What's up with the what's up?
Word. Welcome to another episode of Talking Sports with TnO. I'm your host, Aggressive O.
And I'm the co-host today, Angry Ted.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, we got to take turns. I host today. What has happened within a 24-hour span?
Well, let's get right into it without no further ado. As you all probably know, and most of you, if you haven't already seen, DeMarco Murray is no longer a headache. We got rid of him to the Tennessee Titans. Who in the world and why? It doesn't even matter, but thank God they did it. And once again, Howie Roseman has to get credit for this one, man. Because, you know, what he's done thus far, in my opinion, came right out the chutes, you know, and wasted no time in cleaning up the mess that Chip Kelly left behind.
Definitely. I think that's what he wanted to do last year, but him and Chip was banging heads. And the reason I think they was banging heads because Howie wanted to do the right thing. And Chip already had intentions, I'm going to fuck this team.
And see, that's what I never understood, you know what I mean? I look at, like I said, I look at football and sports, you know what I mean? Not that serious like it's like life or death, but I look at it like in life. How would you perceive your dreams and your goal in life? You have a passion for it, you have a drive, but you also have the ability to work in a team environment and get along with people. It'll never work.
Well, Chip already had that I don't care attitude.
I don't give a shit. I'm gonna do it my way now.
Exactly, and he came in that way. Now, as you can see, we won games with the team that Andy Reid built.
But and again,
hold on,
sorry, I'm gonna cut you off.
We won games and made the playoffs with the team Andy Reid built. The following year, we still had some of those players. That's why we was able to go 10-6 again. The third year, he said, listen, man, I need my own players and this ain't gonna work. So he got rid of everybody that came from the Andy Reid era.
And it's a shame because as y'all saw, you know, the once he got rid of those players, basically his program just fell. And you know, forgetting the past, but on to the future, we also are attempting to sign another cornerback today after the Maxwell trade, which took place last night. Maxwell and Kiko Alonso going to the Dolphins. And we haven't got the picks yet, but I think it's a steal. If you can get anything 5th round and above for either of those players with the contracts, it's a definite steal for us.
It helped free up a lot of money. That was the key. Freeing up, getting rid of those contracts, that's gonna hurt you in the future. You know, because you know you got the draft coming up. We can build through that. We can get picks. That's the reason why you get rid of those guys. Get extra picks. You know, maybe one of those picks is a conventional pick. Maybe we can get a 2nd round pick, or maybe, you know, the following year. Like, you get those picks back and draft players that's going to be with you for 5, 6, 7 years.
Right.
A solid player.
Building a foundation.
Exactly.
Building a foundation. And you know, just trying to, you know, get back to the free agency situation.
Leotis McKelvin
is in the building.
6-foot corner.
And the fact that, you know, that like I said, Howie Roseman is putting a definite emphasis on. They say, you know, sometimes you got to take a step back to take a step forward, and I think last year was a real
because he got to
experience.
sit back and watch a man dismantle a fucking Super Bowl caliber team.
But you know, not only that, Howie Roseman is shitting on people before then too. Though.
And he got back to see, oh damn, I was once this type guy.
Right.
So now I look at what he did to this team. I can't get back in the driver's seat and ride the same route.
Right, exactly.
I got to take a new route, and this is what he's showing. He's taking a new route. He's helping. First of all, he showed he was taking a new route when he got Dougie P in there.
Well, yeah, you trying
you trying to go back to what you know.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Going back to what you know is always the greatest thing.
Dougie P go out and build his staff with guys that been under pressure before.
Right.
You know, it kind of takes some of the slack off. Now, get the players in there and let's work.
Okay, with that being said, now I'm going to ask you right now, you know, before we move on to the next topic, what is the one free agent we all know that we need to, and I hope we do this, address the offensive line? What's the one free agent out there that you say right now that would be a difference maker on this team?
Jari Evans.
Evans.
Guard.
No, and you know
Philly bred. You know,
give me some history on him.
He got the skill to play that position. He's a Pro Bowler. Been a Pro Bowler since he's been in the league. Well, and he also got the tenacity and the inside. You got to be nasty playing that position.
Okay.
And I think he brings that to the table as well.
Well, mine is right out of KC. I would like to see him pick that guard up from KC. You know, that he played in Doug Peterson's scheme, and he's used to, you know, what Doug Peterson's program is all about. And I think he'll be a great asset, you know what I mean, to come in here and fill a gap while we, you know, use the draft picks that we've obtained to also address the offensive line. So you can kind of bring those rookies along slowly and not throw them into the fire.
Yeah, because you put a solid veteran next to whatever tackle you're going to have. And it helps keep the pressure off. All right,
let's get right on to the Sixers,
We're gonna go right to basketball, period. You know,
because we really don't. And thank you God, the season is finally fucking ending. And I have to use that word because it's been painful, at times hurtful. And I'm this type. This is why they call me Angry Ted. I'm the type of guy that sits in the stands and sees shit going down and look at common sense things not being displayed on the court and want to jump down there and fucking strangle one of those players. Like, sometimes you just look at the game and it's like, what the hell are you doing?
You know why? Because they gave up. They gave up before the season started, man. I'm telling you, Brett Brown got to get the fuck out of here, man.
No, I don't. I disagree.
Listen,
why is we always disagree on the Sixers, bro?
Dude, because I don't know, your passion, you sometimes look past the realism of it. Like, your passion for the team, you don't see the truth behind them. Like, Brett Brown has to go, bro. He instilling in these kids' minds to tank every year. You can't just turn that away.
That's not him. That's the fucking general manager.
Listen,
Sam Hinkie. No. That was the plan.
Well, guess what? I'm not tanking. If I'm the coach, I got legitimate players. That's jeopardizing my status. In case y'all don't keep me around, I want to be able to get another job somewhere.
I understand what you're saying, but he already got an extension. They've extended him.
And that don't mean they can't get rid of him.
I mean, I understand that.
What happens if,
then I get my lawyers on the ass. Fuck it.
Listen.
You're not going to put me through a tanking season and then have me doing, and then you're going to fire me and bring somebody in and else in the
benefits. But you went for it.
That's bullshit.
Sometimes you got to be selfish, man.
I understand that.
Sometimes you gotta be selfish. But I'm not talking about the Sixers no more. Because playoff basketball about to start and they ain't even in the fucking discussion.
I mean, I still want to bring up my passion, bruh.
Alright, let's talk about the Sixers.
Alright, we can go to something else. Because you know what? We're not gonna agree. So we're gonna agree to disagree. NBA basketball, the Cleveland Cavaliers is
I don't know, bro.
Forget the loss the other night.
No, I don't know, bro.
To a team
and just that had like your chemistry is there.
That had 4 starters out. How do you lose?
You know why they lost?
They quit?
No, they ain't quit. They lost because they looked past them.
Okay.
You look past. They got 4 starters out. We gonna run circles on here.
That's bullshit.
No,
as a professional
athlete,
I don't have time to look past no opponent.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't look back. But come on, man. How many times alright, look like this. You playing a video game with your nephew, because he did tell me he bust your ass.
Come on, dog.
No, you look past him. Yeah, listen, you look past him because of his age, and you playing a game that you've been playing all your life. It's the same way in sports. They look past an opponent because they wasn't strong.
So you know what? I like what you did. You just use my own words against me because
come on, man.
I kind of like look at, you know, what I said earlier, look at sports in a sense, not like life as in serious life or death, you know, but as in life and basic principles you take to the field are basic principles you believe in life, the spirit of competitiveness,
exactly.
You know, and all that. So I can understand what you said. And you just calm me down. This week, as you see, aggressive vote, you know,
now listen,
at this moment, it's all good.
They lost because they looked past them. But my thing, what I think is wrong with the Cleveland Cavaliers is the chemistry. Love is not fitting well with Brian and Kyrie. And then it looked like sometimes Kyrie don't even fit well.
Well, when I'm
like the chemistry ain't there.
What I told people before about that Cavalier team when Brian first signed there, I said it's only one ball. And it's only can be one superstar and everybody else can follow along and be equal in what they do on share, but knowing that when it's time to get the ball to the money man, you get the ball to the money man. You have them on every team. In Chicago was Jordan. In Golden State it's Curry. It's not Clay. It's not those other guys who are superstars and possibly
who could go to any team in the NBA and start.
Exactly. But there's one money man that you know here's the ball and it's your show.
And that's Mr. Shoot from anywhere on the court.
Right. Exactly. So
I just gave him that nickname. And I'm trademarking.
So I like that. But that's you know what I mean, in the end, that's probably what Cleveland's problem is. They having it's more of an ego thing and not being able to mesh and not, you know, willing to say, you know what, I know I'm a superstar, but let me just, you know, glide along.
Nobody wants to take the back seat, man.
Exactly.
And any sport is a team effort.
Right, exactly.
You only a team is stronger than its weakest link.
With that being said, playoff basketball is here.
Playoff hockey.
Playoff hockey. No, playoff hockey is definitely arrived. And the Philadelphia Flyers.
How you say the guy name again, man?
Oh man, the Ghost. I call him the Ghost of Christmas Past.
Gostisbehere.
Shane Gostisbehere on a tear.
14 goals, man. Broke the Flyers rookie record, man.
And you know what? And here's a tidbit for you, ladies and gentlemen. This is how long I've been following hockey. He reminds me of the guy back in the 80s. I believe it was the 81 when we went to the Cup against Edmonton. I'm not sure on that, but I'll get
that. He was only 4 years old. You talking about 81?
Bro, listen, I remember sports-wise. I remember everything since I came out the diaper. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I've been doing this, bro. I remember I used to sitting across that TV. You know what I'm saying? Take over. We had one TV, ladies and gentlemen, in the house, and I was slick because I would always get my sports on.
My brother, my brother.
Am I my brother's keeper?
Yes,
I am. No, we're back. Anyway, back to the drink. Like I was saying, you know, he reminds me of that kid, JJ Daniel, man. And you know, when we had him and he hit the slap shot from the point heard around the world from the left point that rocked the spectrum against Edmonton I mean, one of the most exciting finals in NHL history.
And he watched that and looked that up on the History Channel because at 4 he ain't know none of that.
I bet you I was watching it. But
listen,
I bet you. I can name every player on that Flyer squad. And if I can't name them all, I can at least name 20 of them. And I guarantee you I can do it. And the head coach that year was Mike Keenan.
Well, all right. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. I
remember that. I remember that.
I guess you told
me. In any event, the Flyers, man, they coming together at the right time. You got Gostisbehere. You got Braden Shen, who's also on the tear. Who you know, the Flyers, every time they get on the ice, and they got a big game coming up, a rematch with Tampa Bay coming up. They beat the Lightning last night, and what was an exciting game, good goaltending. I mean, everything's coming together at the right time, and they're chasing that final wild card spot.
I honestly believe if they get it, they're gonna get out the first round.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
they'll be a scary team.
Remember what I said, if the Flyers get in the playoffs, I told you before that they'll be hot. And that they will be a scary team in the playoffs. But moving on to the
let me ask you a question before we move on to baseball. Shira Pope, what you think about that situation? With the medicine she was taking. She was taking meds and
enlighten me because I didn't see that.
It kind of, you know, came back to haunt her because her doctor prescribed it. Yeah. And she didn't know that it was banned. It was a banned substance. And now she got to serve time for not jail time, but suspension time away from the court, away from the tennis court.
And you know what? That is another insane moment, and it would have been my angry moment, but I'm not going to make it that because I have something else.
Oh, we both got an angry moment.
But the thing about it is, here we go, phone action. Here we go, phone action. This is every goddamn week, and I'm sick and tired of the phone action.
I told you once before, and I'm gonna say it again. I'm an important fella.
You know what? Back to my topic. Back to what I said about the Sheriff Pover situation. Another athlete who's put themselves in the line of fire, ladies and gentlemen. Come on.
But the doctor should know what's
It's not the doctor. It's not up to the doctor. You know.
But she was prescribed that from her family doctor. She didn't know that was a banned substance. But the doctor should know that that's a banned substance. This is a life and career on the line.
I understand that. But you yourself have to know that you are in a professional sport where they're looking, athletes are targets nowadays for that type of stuff. Especially when you're exceeding or going well beyond the expectations of what someone has.
True.
So when they see you excelling like that, there's always going to be a loophole, a dart, something. There's haters everywhere, as they say. So when you get caught out there butt naked, you have to do your research. If you know that there's a medicine out there that's being prescribed to you, I'm doing my research on it. And then I'm bringing it to the league and letting them see this is what I'm on, or this is what I could potentially be on. Is there surveying substance before I put myself in jeopardy?
Okay, you're right. Well, I mean, that was just something that I wanted to tell you.
No, that's no problem there. But on the Phillies, we got Phillies baseball, man. They looking good in spring training. Doesn't mean anything, as I told you before. It's you know, pretty much 15, 20 games, and I'm done with it. I know they gotta, you know, do it for the weather potential, but hey, look at the weather outside now. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Spring training is here. Man, you know what?
Who you think gonna be game day pitchers?
I go with Aaron Nola. And then there's a couple other kids that I like. I look at the board, Kyle Oberholtz, who we got in the, I believe it was the Ken Giles deal down in Houston. And it's this kid, man, is going well. The other day, I believe he pitched 4 innings, had a couple strikeouts, no walks. And I mean, they're vying for a spot in their pitching rotation, which I think the Phillies are going to surprise some teams this year.
I hope so, man. We don't want to have another disturbing year like last season, man. Like, I mean, I just think that the Phillies what they need to do is they need to believe in themselves, you know, and when they get out on that field, you know, focus.
I believe
focus.
I believe now this talk. I looked up. I was looking at TV the other day. Here we go. And I seen my man, you know, one of the reporters who I like. His name escapes me right now, but anyway, they're interviewing Chooch, or they're talking about Chooch. And this guy, man, you know, they're talking about him possibly retiring at the end of the year.
My man, Chooch.
Well, not retiring, but the Phillies getting rid of him. Which, you know, he's an older player now, but it's still a leader on that team. And it can help some of the young catchers down in the National League. Where we got some scouts now. Finally, the Phillies are taking advantage of the Latino market and getting these players who are born and bred in baseball.
They building a field or some type of state of the art joint in the Dominican Republic.
Why not? This is where baseball is born and bred. Born and bred. You can find pitchers. I mean, it's a known fact. Why not take advantage of your resources? That's stupidity if you don't. So thank you for the Phillies for doing that. So now we'll see some of that Dominican talent coming over here and making a difference. But, you know, Chooch is going to be an integral part of that. And, you know, my man Aggressive O does this great impression of Chooch, and I need you people to hear this. So I'm going to ask him some questions. I'm going to ask him some questions, and I'm going to let him go ahead. So Chooch, how do you feel about potentially, you know, being a part of a movement down in the Dominican Republic, helping some of those athletes?
Well, what I do is the sport I love so much. It makes it easier for the guy to become successful like I did, and to give the guy the help and support of what I do most, and that's to play the game of baseball. I'm happy to be allowed to play that.
Well, I got one more question. The big run, the big home run that you had in the World Series. How did you feel about that, and what was your reaction at the time?
I see the ball come down, and I hit the ball. I see the ball, I hit the ball out. Just swinging the ball.
Well,
they saw me.
But thank you, Chooch, for giving me this interview. Oh my God! Man. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go back.
Episode talking sports from
TnO. Coming up next, the A&A moment.
Angry and aggressive.
And thank you again for tuning in to us, y'all. What's up with the what's up?
Word.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, another A&A moment.
Angry
come upon
and
y'all.
Aggressive moment.
And I'm gonna let Aggressive O start this one off.
Hey man, this is my angry and aggressive moment. Roy Jones. Why in the world would you want to keep fighting? You barely can fucking talk now.
See, this is
like, why do you want to keep fighting? To prove what? You already proved that you have no chin. We already see that. So in order to continue with being able to commentate and all that, just stay the fuck out the ring. Just stay out the ring. Cause I'm ready to take the $100,000 that you offering and whoop your ass. What you got to say about that?
that last comment, everything was good until that. I wouldn't take $100,000 if Roy's still a professional, bruh. He still got his hand.
Listen, dog. His shit weak. I just got to land one up under that. I'm gonna land. I swing. I'm swinging.
It's insanity, bruh. It's insanity, man. And with that being said, man, my angry moment this week, man, goes to just, and it's just the I'm gonna keep it home. That's it, man. I'm gonna keep it home. The Philadelphia media. Yeah, I'm taking a stand at you. And I don't care. We have to start reporting sports topics about these athletes in a professional manner. And how I mean that, no disrespect to any of you guys. But then again, I do mean disrespect. Fuck it. Because propaganda and bullshit put out there just for a story makes no sense. When you can simply just put the truth out, whether it's juicy or not.
It's a business, bruh.
Fuck business. Integrity means more.
I agree.
And your integrity will carry you a long way. You know what I'm saying? And putting ill-advised stories out, nonsense and propaganda, would never get you nowhere. When you can simply tell the truth.
And with that being said,
another aggressive
and angry moment. Talking sports with TnO.
And I did fuck up because I said aggressive, but I'm at the A&A moment.
Hey, you entitled to it.
Yep. With that being said, what's up with the what's up?
Word.
Holla at y'all.